Imagine waking up every day feeling like you're invisible, like no matter how hard you push, your voice drowns in the noise, and doors slam shut before you even get close. That crushing weight of being surrounded by people but never truly connected, like you're trapped in a room full of echoes, desperate for someone who gets it, who sees you. It's maddening, especially for founders, leaders, investors, those who burn with ideas so bright they should light the way for others, but instead remain shadowed, misunderstood, misaligned. This feeling, disconnected brilliance, hurts. It's a silent crisis. You're not alone in that pain, even if it feels that way. And why is that? Because the world keeps paying for the wrong things. It invests in dollars and assets, in flashy titles and cold numbers, and neglects the truth that really fuels change: social capital. That invisible currency, the glue holding real influence, power, and transformation together. Social capital is what makes people listen, act, and follow. It's trust, reputation, connection, and shared purpose wrapped into one raw force, yet everyone treats it like a vague bonus instead of the heart of everything. Meanwhile, the old systems keep pushing outdated pipelines, wealth measured only in money, power measured only in status, and leave the rebels, the misfits, the game changers stranded, forgotten because their value can't fit into traditional balance sheets. Here's the brutal truth. Without social capital, even the most brilliant ideas die young. Capital isn't enough. Funding isn't enough. A fancy pitch deck won't crack this code. You need relationships grounded in real trust and aligned vision. Social capital unlocks doors that no amount of cash can buy. It doesn't just open networks, it makes one belong. And in belonging, you find the power to create, to build legacy, to move mountains. For founders itching to turn ideas into impact, for investors craving impact beyond mere profit, for leaders who refuse to settle for the mediocre shuffle of the status quo, social capital is the fuel that ignites revolution. Think of social capital like a fire. You can't build it overnight. It grows in tiny sparks. Every honest conversation, every risky vulnerability shared, every handshake that carries promise and integrity. It thrives where people see each other not as transactions or stepping stones, but as kindred spirits on the edge of becoming something greater. This is what the world never talks about: the power of selective, courageous connection. Not a random network of followers or contacts, but a fiercely curated circle of rarity, where every link burns with the same fire and vision. Because when the aligned few gather, they become unstoppable. The scattered drops merge into a wave too powerful to ignore. Here's something most won't tell you. Social capital isn't about schmoozing or climbing social ladders. It's not about names dropped or parties attended. It's about raw human essence, being sovereign in your will, relentless in your authenticity, brutal in your honesty with yourself and others. Imagine cutting through the noise, bypassing superficial meetings and meaningless networking, and instead building real connections that command influence through shared truth and mutual hunger. This is rare. This is hard. But it's the only path to real liberation from the prison of empty currency and fading reputations. To start building this kind of capital, the first step is ruthless. Stop chasing everyone. The old habit was to collect followers, fans, investors, connections, all diluted energy with no depth. Now the power is in being selective. Identify the few who burn like you do, who refuse to fit into boxes, who question everything shoved down their throats by society. Pursue those fiercely. Align not with majority comfort, but with radical intention. This selectivity is not arrogance, it's survival, because endless compromise has starved innovation, drowned bold ideas in mediocrity. Selectivity sharpens your focus, saves your fire from burnout, and forges the strongest bonds where brilliant minds converge. Next, cultivate relentless patience. Social capital, unlike money, doesn't flow instantly. It flows with years of shared struggle, shared risk, shared triumphs and failures. It weaves through time and experience, building trust as a living, breathing thing. Every moment invested in true connection is a spark for future synergy. Don't expect instant payoff. This long game is what separates the legends from the crowd. The few who endure, who nurture relationships even when visibility or gain is low, those are the ones who build empires of influence invisible to today's shallow trackers. Also, practice brutal critical thinking about who earns space in your network. Question loyalties that serve comfort over challenge. Question partnerships that demand conformity. Question the shiny promises of systems designed to bind, not to liberate. True social capital demands radical transparency and alignment on deeper values. It demands you shed illusions. Are you connecting for power or for purpose? This clarity is the foundation on which trust grows. Without it, connections are cracked mirrors that shatter when tested. When these forces come together, selectivity, patience, relentless authenticity, they unlock the paradox of true influence. You don't have to sell out or compromise to grow power. Social capital is the antidote to hollow currency. It rewrites the rules. It turns the isolated into the connected. It spins misaligned brilliance into aligned power. It frees those trapped in systems designed to suppress by hiding their fire behind convenience and conformity. Now ask yourself, what if the currency you've been chasing all this time isn't money, media, or fleeting fame, but the real currency of connection? What if this invisible treasure, social capital, holds the key to your freedom, your impact, your legacy? The answer isn't easy, but it's clear. This is the battlefront for today's changemakers. Social enterprises, visionary founders, fearless investors, relentless leaders. Your fight is beyond transactions. It's to claim your space as sovereign humans who build networks of truth, where the radical few unite, where difference isn't erased but celebrated, where the power of individuality composes a collective movement stronger than any system designed to divide and control. You won't find this world in a book or a boardroom. You'll build it by daring to be real, by stopping waiting, by burning through the fog of false security. This is the new currency. Not shiny coins or digital zeros, but trust earned in fire, shared vision carved in sweat, alliances born in mutual courage. Social capital is the relentless pulse beating beneath the surface of every true revolution. It is the invisible ladder for those who refuse to be pawns, the lifeline for those who know comfort is the enemy of change, the spark for those ready to shake the foundations of assumed reality. It's time to stop pretending the old rules apply. The world is not broken. It's incomplete, missing the links between rare minds, the infrastructure for uncommon courage. Social capital builds that infrastructure. It's the lifeblood of the few who will remake everything. It is the weapon, the armor, the path forward. If feeling stuck, unheard, invisible has burned in your chest long enough, if the pain of isolation weighs heavy, remember this isn't the end. The system forgot you, but the right social capital will find you. It will lift you. It will turn scattered sparks into wildfire. It will crack open new worlds where your rare light burns brightest. The currency of influence is no longer cash or clout. It's connection. The deep, fierce, selective social capital forged by identity, courage, and patience. This is the power that topples illusions, frees brilliance, rewrites futures. It is waiting for you to claim it. Will you take it,